Hello students, welcome to our today lecture. In our previous section, we have discussed that either random effect is better or fixed effect is better or appropriate. We have seen this through by applying Hausman test. But there is one another method to counter check it, that either fixed effect is better or random effect is better. There is Breusch-Pagan test, and that tells us that either random effect is better or fixed effect is better or appropriate. So in our today lecture we are going to discuss the second method for counter checking, that either random effect is appropriate or fixed effect is appropriate. So first of all we have to bring our data from Excel to STATA file. So here is my data set. I am going to copy my all data set, then go to STATA file again, then go to data editor option, and here paste your data set here. And as I mentioned many times before, that go with this option that treat first row as variable name. So I am going with this option. So as you can see that now our all data is present now here in STATA file. So now minimize this section, then go to statistics, go to longitudinal and panel series, go to setup and utilities. Now declare data set to be panel data. Here select panel IDs. As my panel IDs are series code, so I am going with this option, and select time variable as my time variable is here, and select the nature of your data set as the nature of my data set is yearly, so I am going with this option, then click on OK. So now as you can see that now it has declared our data set as balanced, strongly balanced, as we have the start and end date for our data set. So now go to statistics, go to longitudinal panel data series, go to linear model, then go to linear regression. Select your dependent variable, that is GDP, and select your independent variable. Let's say in my case my independent variable are CPI, FTI and GCF, and select fixed effect and then press OK. So now here you can see that it has given us the results for fixed effect model FE. As I have mentioned in my previous video, that if you do not want to follow this option by tab option, then you can write this command and it will give you directly results for fixed effect model. So now we have to store this results. For storing this result, go to post estimation, then go to manage estimation results. Keep in mind, if you are using different version of STATA, then this option may be fall in different tab. So then go to store current estimate in memory, then type fixed as the results are of fixed effect, then click on OK. So now you can see that it has stored our fixed effect results. You can again use this command estimate store fix, then it will save your fixed effect results model if you are not comfortable by this command tab option. Now we have to apply random effect. So now let's do it by command option. As you can see, here is the command for fixed effect. So we have to simple copy this, and for FE we will write RE. RE mean random effect. So now here you can see that it has given us the results for random effect. And the second method for applying random effect, go to statistics, go to longitudinal panel time series, go to linear model, go to linear regression, and here you have to select this option and it will give you the results for random effect model. But as we have applied it through command option, so now again we have to store the results for this random effect results. So go to statistics, go to post estimation, then go to manage estimation results, Then click on this option, store current estimates in memory. Then type random. As these are result for the random effect, then click on OK. So now we have stored both the results of fixed effect and random effect. So now we will apply Hausman test and see that either fixed effect is appropriate or random effect is appropriate. So go to statistics, go to post estimation, then go to specific diagnostics and go to Hausman specification test and select fixed. Then click on OK. Here you can see that it has given the results for Hausman test and what are the null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis is that random effect is appropriate and H1 is fixed effect is appropriate. So if the probability value is less than 0.05, we have to reject the null hypothesis. And by rejecting the null hypothesis, we have to accept the alternative hypothesis, which means that in this particular case, fixed effect is appropriate. So as Hausman test is clearly tell us that fixed effect is appropriate as the probability value is less than 0.05. So we have to reject the null hypothesis and we have to accept the alternative hypothesis. So now there is another method to check or counter check that either random effect is appropriate or fixed effect or pooled effect is appropriate. So for this, go to statistics and before going to this option, delete this. Then go to statistics, go to longitudinal and panel, go to linear model and select this option, Lagrange multiplier test for random effect. So click on OK. So here you can see that it has given you the results for Breusch and Pagan LM test. So we have to write down the null and alternative hypothesis. So as the H naught is pooled, a result pooled is appropriate and null is random is appropriate. So what is the guideline for the accepting or rejecting the null and alternative hypothesis? We have to see the p-value. If the p-value is less than 0.05, then we have to reject the null hypothesis. But in our case, our probability value is greater than 0.05, that is exactly 1. So meaning that we have to accept the null hypothesis, which means that pooled results are appropriate or better. So both of the test, Hausman test and Breusch-Pagan test, both tests tell us that pooled results are or fixed effect results are appropriate. So this is how you can counter check that either you have to include fixed effect or random effect results in your estimation or not. So there are two methods. One is Hausman test, and for the counter checking of decision that either you have to include as a fixed effect or random effect, you have to apply Breusch-Pagan test, and this test also telling us that use pooled results in your estimation for further interpretation and forecasting. So this is all for our today lecture. If you have any question, you can ask me freely.